Hey guys, so I'm gonna wait for just a minute for some people to hop on here. I'm so excited. Got my silicone. Ooh, you can't see that. Sneak peek. Okay, let's get that around. I'm gonna lower this down and raise that back up. Otherwise, I will not see any comments. Okay, so I got a bunch of silicone molds in today. I've been waiting for several weeks for them to show up. I'm going to show the one I'm most excited about last, but if you read, hi, how are you, NECA? Okay, I've got to fix this. Hi, Tanu. Okay. All right, so, hi, Cynthia. I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I ordered, hi Jean, several silicone molds from my usual China place. Hi Tanya, Carol. I'm going to set these aside now. I just use those as my thumbnail. There is epoxy in there, but it's not mixed up yet. So they finally came in. I actually have 3 orders that I placed kind of back to back to back. Hi Big Cedar. Hi April. Ooh, April. I want to show you your cup. I'm so excited. Y'all get to all see it too. Hey, Joel. Okay, I had to go grab April's cup. Well, Tanya, I'm glad that you caught it. Oh, Joel, you're so sweet. Hi, Netta. Hi, Betty. You know what, Julie? I actually found ink pen molds this week on Amazon. I'm so excited. Hi, Tana. April, this is your cup. I love it. I really wish you could see the little bits. Oh, if you don't want to see it, don't look. The little bits, it just doesn't show it. I wish it would show up. Anyways, this is April's cup. This is the brown ink swirl that we did several lives ago. April, I'm so glad you like it. We're actually going to possibly, I'll do it tonight, but I may not do it on the live. It depends on how long this runs. But this is April's cup. Yeah, this is, oh my gosh. I don't remember what that's called, but I don't mind looking it up. We played around with some fonts and kind of modified a few. My boss just texted me asking the name of my YouTube channel. That's good timing. I totally forgot to turn off my notifications, so let me go ahead and do not disturb. It is called the Purple Stitch, and I'm actually doing a live right now. Exclamation point. If you have a few minutes to kill, come take over. Okay, I'm so sorry. Hi, Cindy. Velda, I don't think I said hi earlier. Okay, so down to the actual point of this whole live. Before I do that, I got my nails redone, and the light isn't so great, but I used the Heavenly Fine. I just took it to them. I'm so excited. Okay, first one. Anyone that is an Animal Crossing person, hi Jody, will recognize this leaf right here. I'm excited. I play Animal Crossing. I'm not hardcore like some people are, but I thought that was just too stinking adorable. And I am actually missing, what the heck? Oh, I totally left some in my house. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, so if y'all want, after this live uploads, y'all should post your friend people. If you're needing neighbors, post your friend code if you want. I meant to actually copy that before I started this. I gotta turn on the light so y'all can see. Gravy. It's like Wreck-It Ralph in here. I like how Animal Crossing isn't like stressful. Okay, so Animal Crossing there. This is one of those door openers. Hi, Viviana. I have a metal one of these that I was going to make a mold of. Netta, the friend code is somewhere in your settings. It's not in Animal Crossing because it's a whole platform thing. So like the Switch, it'll be unique to the Switch versus the DS versus like the Pocket version. But this is one of those door openers, and you can kind of use it to push elevator buttons and all that kind of thing. Like I said, I bought a metal one at Buc-ee's the other day, and I was going to make a mold from it, and I just didn't. Something just scared the heck out of me. I don't know what just fell over. And then this is super duper cute. It's about the same size as my last cross mold. It's a good keyring size for sure. It's a little massive for earrings, but it'll be perfect for a keyring. Speaking of earrings, this is so pretty. I don't think it'll do well with chunky. April, just let me know what color you want. If you want to go to Fran's website and pick out a couple colors, I'll make it with whatever color I have. I have most of her colors, but not all of them. But this I actually ended up on my last order. This is the medium. I actually ordered the small and the big. So kind of like on the teardrops here, I used the heck out of this thing. This is from a previous order. This is the large, the medium, and the small. I use that for keychains typically, and then these two make alright earring sizes. Yeah, so I actually ordered these from my usual China person. I get some of my stuff from Fran's on my molds, but I've been ordering from this company for several years, and I'm really excited. Brace yourself. So they had this really cool mold that had, it was a phone stand, but it didn't really have a really good picture. And I thought, oh, it'll be cute. It'll be about like that. Just prop your phone up against it, blah, blah, blah. This thing is massive. So I brought my old phone, since I'm obviously using my main phone right now, for size comparison. This is a 7 or 8 plus. This thing is so big. I don't even know what size. I don't even know. I don't even know. It's really funny. But it goes like that. You pour that. It'll have a hole in it. Then this piece will literally go in like that to kind of act almost like an Adirondack chair is the easiest way I can think about it. This thing is huge. I kid you not. You could probably be just fine putting your iPad on there, but I don't know. So I actually forgot one of my molds, like I said. It was super cute too. It's a little cactus. And I think there's something else too. Hi, Jill. But the thing I'm the mostest excited about, which Fran did have these, she sold out almost immediately. She gets them from a different place, but I am so excited about these guys right here. So excited. This is just the the double 6. I actually found, so Legendary is a company I've mentioned before where I get those glitter flow pins. Got one right here. No, I don't. So the glitter flow pins I get from Legendary Glitter, and she did a buy-in for the double 6, the double 9, and the double 12. Netta, I'm so excited for you. It's so exciting. I need to make another one of my miniature one because I gave it away. But we're gonna pour some tonight. I have equal parts here. I did not measure. Ooh, Kelly green. Yeah, so Tafiti is a great Kelly green, and it actually is beautiful with a little heavenly mixed in. I tinkered with that just the other day on some earrings, but I don't have them handy. Hi, Bailey. So I did not measure how much epoxy I have here, but I did measure the cavity here. These are about 7.5-ish per cavity. And I'm really not interested in filling them up all the way right this minute because I'm not decided yet on if I want to do ink swirls on the back and glitter on the front. Somebody in Fran's group a couple weeks ago posted hers, and oh my gosh, they were beautiful. They were ink on the front, glitter on the back. I mean, glitter on the dot side and ink swirl on the back, and they were beautiful. So we are going to do this, but I'm going to switch my camera in just a minute, and I'm going to have y'all like close your eyes because otherwise you might get motion sickness. But we're going to do that really quickly because it's easier for me to see the comments if I have this from the other side. So close your eyes, okay? And don't look at my mess back there. Okay. If you saw this is something my son made in ceramics class. It's a phone amplifier. I actually jam out with that thing. With it's got a hole so I can plug it in if I had to. All right, so those are good. I'm gonna mix my colors here. I mean my epoxy parts. I can't talk today. I don't know what in the world is going on, but I couldn't really mix this up ahead of time because it would start setting up a little too soon. So y'all bear with me for a minute. Oh, April, I haven't. I've been a little bit of a space cadet lately. I'm almost caught up on all my stuff though. I was actually thinking about that on my drive home. Oh my gosh, this cup is almost not big enough for these two parts. I poured a little bit too much, but that's okay. I'm sorry that y'all are just catching nothing but domino mold. Take this opportunity to go make yourself some popcorn if you'd like. We need some of that intermission song like at the drive-in. I will, April. Yeah. In fact, I've been such a little space cadet that I'm almost caught up on all of my mask orders. That's part of my plate right now, is getting masks made. But I feel bad. Somebody thought I forgot her because she got used to me sending the mask with my husband like right away, and then I just didn't. The numbers, Denise, are in the mold, but I did hear somebody, I don't even know what group it was in, but apparently a double 15 does exist. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought it capped out at double 12. But, you know, if you had to, you could probably just add extra dots if push came to shove. Because the double 12 will be rows of, the part that would be hardest is figuring out which ones to pour extras of and where to put the dots. Like on the 15, on a double 12, it's 4 rows of 3. So that'd be easy to kind of just extra paint pen it on there and then just make sure you seal it so it doesn't rub off. But the other numbers, you could probably figure out which dominoes would be the easiest to convert. So the glitter I'm going to use today on these is State Fair. I mean, y'all know how much I love, love, love that glitter. State Fair is life. But you know, there's a couple of really close runners up. That Heavenly Chunky Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. And Colors of the Wind is really nice too. I've been kind of using that on a few extra things too. Alright, we're almost mixed up here. Just see a few more spots. Hopefully anybody catching this on the replay just fast forwarded like 2 solid minutes or better. Yeah, Denise, it's worth looking. They're gonna be expensive. The double 12 I got on the buy-in, it was not cheap, but it was significantly less than what I found on Etsy. I found one seller on Etsy making a double 12 mold, and it was okay. It definitely wasn't like a clean looking mold. And it was like $140, and I just couldn't pull the trigger. I just couldn't do it. And then this buy-in popped up. I'm in her group for that stuff, and it just finally popped up on my feed like the last day before it closed. And I got the double 12 set for $75, I think. Hi Veronica, you actually haven't missed very much. I'm mixing epoxy right now so that we can pour these new domino molds. Yeah, it was crazy expensive. So be prepared to pay a pretty penny. It's not cheap, for sure. Okay. So I have thoroughly mixed, and now I'm going to pour half of it into the other cup. What y'all didn't see is that I was pouring some of it. I was pouring it back and forth so I can make sure and get the edges and all that cleaned off. Yeah. That mold set, $140. I just could not make myself do it. I couldn't do it. Alright, so I have this much. Like I said, I did not measure these ahead of time because I'm 100% certain it's not enough to fill them up. So I'm going to put a good little amount of glitter on there. The little miniature dominoes that I made, I just used a regular paint pen. I just got some at Walmart. You can get them at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, wherever your crafty stuff is. Denise, it's definitely worth making your own, but you'll probably spend about $40 or $50 in silicone, which isn't bad. It's cheaper than buying it for sure. It'd be worth buying silicone in bulk. And if you haven't made, hi Jennifer, if you haven't made a silicone mold before, they don't have to be any wider than that little spacing right there. You definitely want to maximize your space, so it'll save you some money on that. Alright, so I've got that mixed up now. So I'm just going to pour it about halfway full. Hi, Rosalind. And y'all have to call me out. I'm not wearing my gloves. I get so distracted. Throw my gloves on real quick. Oh my gosh, Netta, you will not be disappointed. I am so excited. I made some bookmarks this weekend with it, and it's not recommended to use it in molds more than 1/8 thick, and those bookmarks were about that. It did take a while to set up, but I was able to tell, they were for a coworker, I was able to tell her, hey, you can give these to your teachers tomorrow. This is the most recent one. It just needs 24 hours. It's so amazing. So like I said, I'm not trying to go all the way full. I'm not positive, but I think I want to go alcohol ink swirl on the back. I'm undecided. So I hope everybody's staying safe. how many of you guys have had to evacuate or on evacuation notice, like ready to go? Netta, yes, it's good for it's good for all layers. It's just not recommended, it says, for insides of cups or serving trays, like cutting boards or whatnot. And it has, according to their website, the heat resistance is like 475 degrees, which is quite awesome. My mind is going to be a little bit blown if I poured this almost perfect. Netta, you are totally fine. I happen to know this because I totally looked it up the other day. That's the only reason I know that answer off the top of my head. And it never hurts to be safe, because the last thing you want is for someone to get sick because of one little mistake like that. Okay. All right, that's all for that cup. Now I'm going to add, this is how much we had left of the other side. So we're going to dump in State Fair again. Mix it up. I love this color so much. It's like kind of blue, kind of green, kind of mauve, kind of dusty rose, kind of teal. The shift is just so great. I love it so much. Thank you, Netta. I'm really excited. I have been stalking the shipping update on the app almost every day. And then today at lunch, I was checking my email. I'm like, it says it's at the post office and I need to go get it. But I don't understand because that's not my address that I listed. Oops, I missed. I may have to kidnap from a couple of these that got a little fuller if I didn't get all the way, if I'm cutting it close. We shall see. I love doing silicone molds. My favorite part, this is so lame, my favorite part is watching the bubbles pop whenever you're hitting it with the heat. Yeah, April, I love this color combo so much. The advantage to doing a ink swirl on the back or a darker color on the back is going to be every once in a while you'll see a little pink peekaboo through there. It just isn't quite solid enough. By the time you add enough glitter, sometimes it jacks up your epoxy. And I would definitely want them to cure. So I'm gonna be 2 dominoes short. That's okay. I'll mix some more off camera in a little while and just do that again. No big deal. I couldn't have fit any more in there if I tried. But I am going to rob from that one to just finish that one out. I've got one, oh, I got a gap right there too. Make sure not to scrape the bottoms of your molds because the scratches will show up on your finished products after the fact. I learned that the hard way. Kind of at the beginning when I was using a little Cricut spatula, the one I used to scrape stuff off the counter all the time. I was using that to scrape the glitter off of the mold. Really dumb. But I didn't really think about it. No big deal. You live and you learn. All right. So that's our domino molds. anybody that wants to stick around, we're just going to do some liquidy split on the fire cup from the other night's live. I've shown y'all everything I remembered to bring out here. The cactus mold is so stinking adorable. I can't believe I forgot it. I'm moving these onto my vinyl box so I can move them. So I'm going to move the camera again. I apologize. You know what? I'm not going to do that. April, do you care if I do that? It has your name, but it's kind of the same name as what's already on your YouTube ID, so maybe that doesn't matter. Let me know if you don't want me to do that, and I will not do it. I didn't really think about that. Hi, Jackie. So just to recap really quickly while I'm waiting on April's answer, the couple of molds I got, these earrings here, I did turn around and order the small and the large of these. I don't know how well they'll do with chunky, but they'll be great with fine glitters. The cute little Animal Crossing logo leaf. So cute. Got a new cross. This is one of those keychain door opener things. It's really big, but maybe out of the mold it won't be quite so much, so intense. And then we got this amazingly sized phone holder. It's so big. For those that just jumped on, this is like a 7 or 8 plus for this, and it's supposed to be, oh, that's okay, April. I didn't, since this has his name, I didn't know if you were okay with me doing this live, even though it's kind of the same thing as what's already on your YouTube ID. And I don't know when, Jackie, I don't know if I'll use this. This is massive. But the concept is that will create a hole right there once it cures. And then this will slide right inside there. Kind of like you would see the side view of an Adirondack chair. And then I forgot my cactus one. I think there might be one other that I forgot, but kind of bummed, but it's not the end of the world. I'll show y'all the next time I get some stuff. Jackie, I mean, this one's huge. You could easily... Veronica, my name is Jessica, or Jess. Some people call me Jennifer. Just depends. Okay, April, thank you for answering that. It's not like it has like a lot of information on it, but I thought that'd probably be the one time that you didn't really want that out there. So I'm going to mix up some liquidy split really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, let it get turning. This is April's cup that we did the other day in the live with the Bria Reese. Nice to meet you too, Veronica. These are the Bria Reese colors, the cadmium yellow, cadmium red, brown, and orange is what we have on there. So got that on there. I actually have a video that'll upload next week. I couldn't do it yet because it will reveal something for somebody's birthday coming up, and I can't risk her seeing it. But Ren, I don't know, I haven't seen her pop on here tonight, but Ren mentioned in one of the Facebook group posts about Bailey. I actually got them from AliExpress.com. I put the link in the description already. I was one step ahead on that one. But somebody was posting about a problem with their vinyl lifting under the epoxy, which if you've ever had to deal with that, you know how much of a pain that is, and it's really defeating. No matter if you've let it sit overnight and bond, or you sealed it really well, or whatever. It's just really frustrating. So Ren posted that she does UV resin over her decal and then epoxies right away. So I did that on Saturday and Sunday. For April's cup, I was literally able to apply it and do the epoxy I needed right away. It was great. And then I did this on this one, but my turner was occupied. My little mini turners don't do very well on the long skinny ones and the 30 ounces. They do pretty good on the smaller cups and on the 20 ounce curved. Cindy, I have heard of the Crystal-Lac. From what I understand, it's like chemical free or something, and instead of a couple of thick coats, it's a lot of thin coats. But I don't know anything about it. But people that have reactions to epoxy, I've seen really good feedback on it. From what I understand, it holds up just as well. But I don't know if I'll try it anytime soon. If the owners of Crystal-Lac want to send me some, I'll give an honest review and let y'all see how it works. But I don't intend on buying it anytime soon. Rosalind, I have not done a mermaid tutorial. Probably the closest thing was the dragon scale tutorial with the UV resin. I actually think I have a mermaid cup on my list of things to do. I have a whole list on my phone of things I want to do and record and upload. And that one with all the little scales and everything is definitely on there. I've got the color shift mica powders to do it. Alright, so we are mixing. Nope, I see one bad spot. So the last thing I'm going to do is torch it. Oh my gosh. Jackie, I'm amazed I have not run out of State Fair yet. I have used it on so many things. Tons of earrings, tons of keychains, tons of, I used it on my tumbler that has the real cowhide. What else? I feel like I've used it so much, and the nice thing about that, I still have that much left. Over half. I did buy the irregular cut. It's really pretty. It has a little bit different look to it under epoxy. I have a stray piece of glitter in here, and I'm trying to fish it out. I had one cup the other day, y'all, that was zero glitter. It was, I didn't record it, I didn't post pictures because it had a bunch of trademark images. It was for a sales rep. It didn't have any glitter anywhere. It was amazing. Netta, you're so sweet. I'm sorry you had a long, rough day. Times are just so weird right now. Yeah, Tanya, it's like a unicorn, man. Alright, here we go. So I've got 30 mixed up, which is probably way too much, but that's okay because April would like a keychain also. So we're going to actually do another cup for April as soon as with a Milky Way. So excited. Yeah, Tanya, I feel like YouTube, Facebook Lives, I feel like they lag also. I would think that YouTube would probably be more inclined to lag, but maybe they just have more servers or something. I'm not sure. I lag and go glitchy every once in a while because I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere and service can be kind of spotty. And I'm a little too far away from our home router to get full signal, but Overall, when I catch the playbacks to make sure I didn't say anything that I need to correct, it doesn't do it very often. It doesn't get jumpy very often. So I like to just put it on nice and thick, smooth it out in rings. Some people will literally pour and then wipe it all around. If that works for you, go for it. All the tutorials I've ever watched where somebody did that, I feel like they just wasted so much. And maybe it doesn't waste what I think it does, but it just seems like it kind of just dumps right out of there. Like drips off really bad, not dumps, but drips. This is how I'm able to kind of control my epoxy usage. I love liquidy split. If I have not said that already, I'm going to just shout it from the rooftops one more time. It's amazing. Like, I'll be able to come out here in 2 hours, and I'll be able to touch that. Yes, Jackie, I do the silicone spatula only when I need it really thin. I like to be able to kind of feel it because I can feel my dry spots really good. But oh, I'm so glad you're doing the ink swirls. I'm glad you like that. But the silicone spatula, it is great for many, many things. For me, I don't like it for this. Not for me. But I also work with my hands all day. A lot of y'all already know I work in optical, so I'm constantly working with my hands. So for me to use something else, I feel like I do better this way. But that's just me. I'm really glad that you're doing all those ink swirls. That's really good. They're so pretty. They're so different. Every single one of them different than the previous one. If anyone ever says, I want this cup exactly like this, and it's a picture of an ink swirl, go ahead and tell them that that is not going to happen, because you will go crazy trying to get it exact. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is not what I meant to do. I need to finish doing the meow meow cup. I'm not going to say it out loud. Jackie, I actually got it off of Google. I'm pretty sure I just searched fire cross or fire department logo or something. I probably did that like last Christmas. But it's Maltese cross is what it's technically called, and I just cleaned up the image. China doll, I don't do this. You can't see my hand because the camera is pointing. There we go. I try not to do this when I'm doing my cup rims. I try and always do that right there. Because if you think about it, going like this, you're scraping it right off of the cup like this. And now everything on my finger just went inside that cup. But if you're going that way, away from it, it helps quite a bit, actually. All right, April, you said you want a Kelly green chunky. So I'm actually going to grab Weemawit, which is really hard to say and even harder to spell. It's one that I got from Simple Beginnings. It's a beautiful Kelly green. I used it in my rainbow geode tumbler. And it's somewhere in this bag right next to me. Denise, they don't ship outside the US yet. I'm so sorry. I only know that because I read that in their FAQs. Nope, not that. Trouble with having too many glitters is trying to find one when you need it. So it's going to be too much epoxy that I've left over a lot. I'm going to torch that in a minute. Y'all close your eyes. I'm going to move the camera. I have way too much epoxy left over. So I'm going to do these two. I have about a little over 15 milliliters, which might even be too much for those. We'll see. Oh yeah, if you guys like my videos when you watch them, if you don't mind thumbs upping them, I would appreciate it. Leave a comment too if you have any questions or just have something to say about it. I check those every couple of days, sometimes on my lunch break. Sometimes as I'm going to bed. It just depends. You know what we didn't do? We didn't pop the bubbles on the dominoes. I'm not super concerned about it right now because they're on the inside layer and they're going to be covered up. But I'll go get them in a minute. Come on. Stuck my finger in it. Not a good thing. Oh, this is so pretty. I've got a chunky green from Fran's. I think it's called Emerald City. Chunky. But I think it's a little bit darker green. That is, Jackie, my favorite part about pouring molds is popping the bubbles. It is so visually satisfying. I love it. Oh, this is going to be pretty perfect. So I caught myself kind of getting lax on not throwing my mask on whenever I torch them and like trying to hurry up and run out, but then I got to come back in for something. And so I'm going to throw my mask on in just a minute and torch these bubbles. Yep, there's actually more than enough here. Not too much though. So you want your molds to be right at the point where they almost seem like they're going to bubble up and over. If you don't fill them full enough, they get like a meniscus. If you had like 6th grade science, you'll know that that's kind of what liquid does. It like sticks up on the edge. You can kind of see it when you pour your epoxy too, or measure your epoxy too. All right, so those are as full as they need to get. I happen to have my handy dandy Lego man mold here that's almost full. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this little bit and fill up that last bit of this guy. I hate wasting epoxy, and something like this is just so cute. I have, I don't know, 5 or 6 of these. I plan on taking them to craft fairs when that's a thing again. Because there's always that little kid that only has like a couple of quarters that maybe he stashed out of his piggy bank, or only has a couple of dollars but needs to buy for a couple of people. I thought that'd be kind of fun to have a little something for that super broke kid that wants to do something sweet for somebody. Just give it to them, make their day. Who knows when craft fairs are even going to be a thing again. So this is the very last bit that this guy needs. It's full to the brim now. I'm not worried about this one being up above and beyond the fill line. it's okay for him to be a little rough. So I'm gonna throw my mask on now, and we're gonna torch these guys. You can kind of see the air bubbles forming right here. You know what, Netta? It teaches kids a lesson in how to make the most out of what they have, and kind of helps them think about others too sometimes. So there's nothing wrong with being cheap. All right. We are masked up. I'm going to just zap this guy right here. Good night, Laura, Jill. You have a good night. I'm actually kind of almost done here. Just about to torch the cup that's turning, and that's it. Chris, these molds, this one came from eBay. It was like $6 or something. It took a little while to get here, but worth it. These newest ones came from AliExpress. It took probably 4 weeks to get here, which is about par for anything coming from overseas. I'm moving the camera again. Close your eyes. My glove got stuck in there. Oh man, I actually posted the link to everything I've used, with the exception of that glitter that I just used. I posted it in the description already. The molds I got from AliExpress. I posted the resin I used for the molds versus the resin I used for the cup. And now we're just going to torch it. I've got just a little bit of fuel left in my butane tank here. I'm just holding it several inches away so that the flame just barely licks it. You don't want to burn your epoxy. That is not a good thing. But just enough where it licks it, it'll pop all those bubbles on there. Before you walk away from it, just eyeball it. Make sure you got all the bubbles off of there. And they look good. So that's it. We got this epoxied for April. We got our molds unwrapped and poured. Got our dominoes. Let's go check on those. Kelly, I use 2 different epoxies. I have Envirotex Light, which I just, I posted that. But I also have Liquidy Split, the new KS Resin Fast Set epoxy. I really like it a lot. A lot. Yeah, April, I'm really excited about that cross. The other one that I have is really pretty. It's just a little fancy. That's my other one right there. Just a little fancy. I like the simple one. I'm going to go grab the dominoes. Put those on there. I'll show y'all again. What I had them on was not nearly as flat of a surface as I thought it was. They're like caved in. Alright, here we go again. So that's our domino molds right now. We're just doing half of them right now, and I'll do the other half probably tomorrow. Let's go ahead and blast it with a little bit of flame, just so we don't have any ugly pieces, any air bubbles that actually might show through. Yes, Jackie, you can use Liquidy Split as the top layer according to their website. All of their epoxies are FDA approved for that, or compliant. It's heat resistant. It's not recommended for the inside of your cups, and it's not recommended for serving trays, it says. And what you might be thinking of is UV resin. That is not an approved top coat. Okay, so that's it.
I'll probably go ahead and mix up a little bit more epoxy just so I can get a little bit more thickness in the glitter and go ahead and get these two guys taken care of. But that's all I have for you guys tonight. So thanks for sticking around. And, oh, that's sweet. That means you're doing a good job. They're always nicer to everyone else than they are to their parents. It's so frustrating. Yeah, April, so I'm going to try and ship them out possibly Thursday morning. Because this one, the fire swirl, it should be ready to go by the end of tomorrow. I like to let them cure extra long so that I don't run the risk of getting them marked up. So if you guys think of any questions, leave it in the comments after this video uploads. And if you have any ideas or suggestions, I'm always open to that. I'll add it to my list if it's not already on there. But probably the next live will be doing a rainbow swirl. We'll see. So you guys have a good one. Stay safe if you're in the path of the hurricanes that are about to head our way. And also just stay away from the Rona. It's crazy. Crazy times. So you guys have a good one, and we'll catch you next time.